Hello and welcome to Finals Day highlights here at Hamilton Harbour in Bermuda for the Argo Group Gold Cup, the 7th stage of the Alpari World Match Racing Tour 2012. Well, the semi-finals concluded here earlier today. This is how everything finished going into the final. Taylor Camfield and Eric Monin's clash went to 5 matches. Camfield taking the final race to go through to the final here in Bermuda, and Johnny Burnson beat Ian Williams comprehensively 3-0. So it's all looking good for Johnny Burnson going into that final. He dispatched of Ian Williams easily over 3 rounds in the semi-final, but also in the quarterfinals, he sent Bjorn Hansen home after trailing 1-0 and coming back to win 3-1. But how would he get on in the first race of the final?
15 seconds to go. Taylor Camfield looks on time for the pin. It looks like he may have nailed this. 10 seconds to go. And it is Taylor Camfield rolling in on the pin. I think he may tack just to lay around it. The final 3 seconds. Yes. There's the gun. Great start from Taylor Camfield. That's the way to start a final here at the Argo Group Gold Cup.
So down they come around the top mark. Up goes the spinnaker on Canfield's boat, and that looks a little messy. It looks like the spinnaker caught behind the spreaders. Maybe it's a twist. It is not filling. Let's see how Burnson goes. Up goes the white Aon Benfield spinnaker. It's a much better set to Burnson, and Canfield a few anxious moments. Now the Argo Group spinnaker fills, but Johnny Burnson a little closer and riding down a beautiful puff. Now only 2 boat lengths in it.
Camfield with his drop. Slightly messy, still not entirely sure. He's there going for that left hand of the 2 marks as we look upwind. Johnny Burnson, I think he's going to take the other. Mark position obviously in a different place, so often one of them has a slight advantage, and for me, Camfield picking the better of those 2. Taylor Camfield gaining all the time at the moment. His boat is fast, he's on the breeze, he's on the favoured shift. I think we're going to see him capitalise on a significant lead here in the final of this Bermuda Gold Cup. But it is Taylor Camfield from the US Virgin Islands who is coming up to the line in the final live of this Alpari World Match Racing Tour. Leg 7, the Argo Group Gold Cup. There's the yellow flag that confirms it. Taylor Camfield has won the first match of this first to win 3 points final of the Argo Group Gold Cup.
So Taylor Camfield looked intent on spoiling the Johnny Burnson party, and he did go on to win that quite emphatically. Well, Simon Shaw, a former double world champion and our race commentator, joins me now. Simon, it was quite a convincing win in the end, that first race.
Hi, Lindsay. Yeah. Taylor just did a really nice job in that pre-start of dominating the time and distance and positioning, and that was really where the deficit started for Taylor Camfield. He then just went on to be strategically right. He was in the right place at the right time all over the race course, and really just left no avenue for Johnny Burnson to get back into it. So a great result.
A lot of people back on shore, and certainly with me on the barge out there on the water, seem to think, well, Johnny Burnson, cool as a cucumber, he'll come back from this. But he didn't. He went on to lose the next race as well. And again, it seemed that Taylor just had the right reading of the wind shift.
I mean, it's the shifts on the water for sure that Taylor's done a great job of all week, and has continued to do so through this final. It was the pre-start, I think, where Johnny has just been slightly caught out. He's very reactive, and through the very shifty, puffy conditions we've had at the Bermuda Gold Cup, that very reactiveness really played into his hands. But now the breeze is steadier, it's a bit stronger, there's less opportunity, there's less snakes and ladders. We've talked a lot about that out on the water. And Johnny Burnson's style just needs to be shifted into this final race if he's going to have any chance of coming back.
Well, could the non-tour card holder upset the apple cart and go and win this final by 3-0 against Johnny Burnson? We'll see what happened in this, which could be the final race.
Oh, here we go. go. It's showtime already. Taylor Canfield had a huge piece of Johnny Berntsen there.
Flag coming up.
You can see the Y flags now. I wonder, the umpires have gone in against Johnny Berntsen. And Johnny Berntsen, he needed to come in swinging, but he walked in with his guard down straight into the first punch from Taylor Canfield, and he finds himself a penalty down within 30 seconds of entry. Disastrous sailing there from the Swede. As long as Canfield has his timing right here, with 10 seconds to go to start at the boat, he'll be okay, but I'm worried for Canfield. He may be a touch early as both boats lead over towards that right-hand side. Canfield looks like he's in good shape. There's the gun as they both wind up onto the wind. And for me, Canfield with the better of the two starts off to that right-hand side. Berntsen is having to build in that lee bow position. Very solid for Canfield. And most critically, it looks like the wind is actually moving round to the right. And Taylor Canfield has maybe 50 boat lengths of gauge to that right-hand side. And with that shift, that as the wind moves round to the right direction, that will massively favour Taylor Canfield. This, the first non-seeded tour card holder to be in. Certainly not in a final, but certainly 2-0 up in a final. And he could be the first non-tour card holder to get his hands on one of the Apari World Match Racing Tour World Championship trophies. Johnny Berntsen hoists his spinnaker for the final time, perhaps. He needs to find a way back into this match, and he needs to find it now. If Johnny's got any of those golden tickets left in the top draw, now's the time to take one of them out. I expected Taylor Canfield to do a good job here in this final. He has been sailing well. He has had that strategic edge over almost everybody this week. But I don't think any of us expected this. The young sailor from the US Virgin Islands. His hearts are beating and they begin to slap each other. They begin to celebrate, and rightly so. Taylor Canfield from the US Virgin Islands. He is going to win the Argo Group Bermuda Gold Cup. And as the sounds ring out across the harbour, they celebrate a fantastic performance from Taylor Canfield and his team from the US Virgin Islands. They are the winners of the Argo Group Gold Cup here in Bermuda.
So Taylor Canfield making no mistakes and taking charge for that third and what deemed to be the final race as he crossed that finishing line to be crowned the Argo Group Gold Cup winner here in Bermuda for the Alpari World Match Racing Tour 2012. Well, Simon Shaw's still with me. We'll just reflect on his strengths first of all. He just bossed it out there.
I mean, Johnny had to change his style coming into that last match, and you know, we wanted him to come in swinging with his gloves, giving it some real beans, and unfortunately he walked in and just walked straight into that attack, early attack from Taylor Canfield, ended up going a penalty down in the first 30 seconds, and from there really, I think that really shook him, and from there he really didn't capitalise. He had some great position at about a minute to go in that pre-start, still didn't capitalise it, and ended up following off the line. And from there it was just a Taylor Canfield show. He just went from strength to strength, picking the right shifts, leaving Johnny behind, and you know, a well-deserved win. And it's great to see the new guys coming onto the tour and doing that.
How did he manage to get such convincing leads?
Well, it really just comes down to Johnny giving him the opportunities. You know, Johnny's very passive in those pre-starts and in those exchanges. And really, Taylor Canfield just picked the right side all the time. You know, if we contrasted that with the semi-finals where Ian Williams was up against Johnny Berntsen, there it was really shifty and really patchy, and Johnny was just, oh, I'll take this, I'll take that, and it really worked out for him. But eventually that happy-go-lucky style unravelled him in the final. When he came up against Taylor Canfield, the breeze stabilised, and Taylor Canfield just went on to win the regatta in emphatic form.
Taylor Canfield, a non-tour card holder, the first to win an event on the tour this year. He said he wants to use his prize money to actually enter and become a tour card holder next year. It's great to see someone with that intent and that ambition, isn't it? It's
great, and I think if you know, we saw Taylor Canfield on the tour, it would be great. He's actually very tactically grown up. He makes some great decisions out there on the race course, and maybe we could be looking at a tour card holder for 2013.
And how do you think he would stand if he is on the tour?
Well, he'll have his ups and downs, like a lot of the new guys onto the tours. They'll have their good results, but I'm sure they'll have those regattas where they learn more than they achieve. It will be interesting to say. I know going into 2013, there's a lot of competition for those tour cards, lots of big names looking to get back on the tour. So I think we've got a great year coming up, but most importantly, we've got the Monsoon Cup, and that's the next regatta.
Simon, thank you very much. Well, I did manage to catch up with our winner here in Bermuda before we go on to the Monsoon Cup, the big finale. So let's hear what he had to say as I caught up alongside him earlier on after the final race. Yes, Josh, Mike, Dan and Taylor are here on the end of the jetty. We could actually possibly sink. We've got some water on the corner, so we'll try and keep us all afloat, although I'm guessing you're going to go in the water in a second anyway. First of all, Taylor, congratulations. A little bit of time to take that in, digest it. Have you managed to?
Yeah, it's still a bit surreal, but, you know, we're ecstatic, and I think we sailed to the level here and feel pretty good about the win. So.
We don't hear very often from your crew, so let's go to Josh, who's still got his suntan lotion on his face there, looking very nice and dapper. Let's start off with, do you take any of the credit from Taylor for this?
Nonsense. It's all him. He did it. We just were there for the suntan.
Just for the suntan. Of course it was a group effort. This must feel great coming in and winning in Bermuda.
It does. We had a great week. We did well on the light air, and it worked out well for us. So.
In terms, Taylor, of what you want to do next, I know that you want to become a tour card holder on the Alpari World Match Racing Tour. That's something you want. You want an invite to the Malaysia Cup. Plead away.
Yeah, no, it's yeah, we'd love an invite to the 2013 World Match Racing Tour, and it's been a goal of mine since, you know, I was here at the Junior Gold Cup, like all these kids here. And,
have a look at these. See, you've got your fan club as well. If that was ever a plea to hear, then that's one for everybody to take notice of. Let's get some more champagne, and I know you like the champagne. So first of all, the prize giving, I know you get some more.
Wonderful. Congratulations from the RBYC. Great effort this week, guys, and we're really, really pleased to have you here. Yeah, and I've got something which I'm going to show you, let you touch, that I'm taking back because it's not getting wet.
Okay.
Have you seen this for a trophy? How amazing. It's one of the oldest in match racing. And let's get the lift.
Woo! Now I'm going to take it back.
How about a kiss? Have you ever seen the FA Cup? A bit of a kiss?
Yeah. Well done, great job. I'm going to take it back before you get wet.
That was great to hear from our winner, Taylor Camfield, who managed to lift the Argo Group Gold Cup here in Bermuda, a non-tour card holder, the first one to win on the Alpari World Match Racing Tour this year. Well, this is how the overall event standings looked at the end of finals day. Taylor Camfield from Camfield Racing, as you saw, was awarded 25 points with his win. Johnny Burnson, runner-up in second with 22. This could have a major impact on the overall tour leaderboard. Ian Williams, you see there from Great Britain, in third of GAC Pindar, 19 points. It really is going to be going all the way down to the wire in Malaysia between him and Bjorn Hansen for the title, with a few other contenders still in it. The surprise package here, Eric Monin finished fourth with 16 points. Adam Monoprio, who would have liked to have done better, having previously done very well in Bermuda. The Team Argo group finishing with just 14. Bjorn Hansen behind him, Staffan Lindberg. David Chapman, a relative newcomer, finished in 8th. He'll be pleased with that. The local Blythe Walker in 9th, and Sally Barkow was down in 10th. Well, do join us for the Monsoon Cup in Malaysia, the finale event on the Alpari World Match Racing Tour 2012, where we will crown an overall champion as well as a champion at the Monsoon Cup this December. Join us then, but bye for now.